Junk or treasure? Find out how to tell the difference in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. Suppose you saw your friend working on a car in the middle of a junkyard. The car has no wheels, doors, or an interior. The hood and the trunk are gone. What is left of the car's body is filled with rusted out holes. When you ask your friend what they're doing, they tell you, "Hey, I'm changing the spark plugs." After a few minutes, your friend declares, "They're good as new." I'm guessing you wouldn't buy that car. Despite what your friend might think, a rusted-out, wheelless hunk of rust is not going anywhere, even if it has new spark plugs. Paul saw his friends in Galatia making the same mistake, trying to breathe life into a dead religion. His warning is clear in Galatians chapter 6, verse 14. "But far be it from me to boast except in the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, by which the world has been crucified to me, and I to the world." As Paul nears the conclusion of his letter to the Galatian Christians, he returns to his primary reason for writing. Paul warned the believers against adding anything to the gospel of Jesus. He starts out by saying, "Far be it from me." That's a much nicer way in English than what Paul actually said in the original language. He is strongly emphatic. One commentator describes the beginning of this verse as halfway between a prayer and a curse. Paul is simply trying to describe in no uncertain terms that nothing is more important than Jesus. Not fame, not power, not money, not even religion. Nothing. Many describe the hymn, "When I Surveyed the Wondrous Cross," as the greatest hymn ever written in English. Its words convey what Paul is saying in this verse. "When I survey the wondrous cross, on which the Prince of Glory died, my richest gain I count but loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Were the whole realm of nature mine, that were a present far too small, love so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all." Anything we might be tempted to place before Jesus, even religion itself, is a horrific mistake. Pau describes why as he writes, "The world has been crucified to me, and I to the world." Paul, as a former Pharisee, placed the ritual of his religion as the most important thing in his life. Jesus changed Paul's perspective. Nothing was more important than the cross of Jesus, even the best the world had to offer. After every meal, my grandmother would gather all the table scraps in a bowl, and she would take them and ask me to go feed the dog. So I'd take that mix of everything that we were just going to throw away, and I dumped it in the dog's bowl out back. The dog would come running from wherever he was at the moment and immediately gobble up every morsel. To the dog, that slop looked like a great meal. I knew better. I'd eaten at my grandmother's table. I knew what the hot rolls tasted like, what the buttered corn on the cob was like, what the roast beef was like. And I also had the pie that was so good we didn't throw any of that away. The dog had no idea. Paul knew that's how he had been as a Pharisee, the upper crust of the religion of his day. What he thought was so amazing, the ritual of his religion, what he literally killed people to maintain, was just trash compared to the riches of glory he knew in Jesus. Don't mistake the things of this world for treasure. You're settling for dog slop. What you have in Jesus is the real thing. Don't mistake junk for treasure, because now you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.